What's going on, YouTube? My name is Venator, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. In today's video, we are back in Highland Lake on Petit Peds NA server, but with a very cool twist. We are a Vigilante Deinosuchus. So if you enjoy the video, please drop a like or comment below. Without further ado, let's jump right in. For those of you who don't play on Petit Peds, the Vigilante skin is awarded to anyone that kills an outcast. But unfortunately, I did not get the first outcast I killed with this dino on video, but I did get the second outcast kill. That's right, I got 2 of them on this dino so far. And if you guys remember from my outcast playthrough videos, you become an outcast by killing a lot of your own kind, and as a punishment, you have to play alone. And you get your location shown on the map in one of the Discord channels, so other players can hunt you for that juicy reward. As you just saw, you get a notification in-game when you're near an outcast, and in this case, I had logged into Highlands to help a friend grow when he saw another dino kill the one that just floated up to the surface. That's when I got the notification, so I knew he had to be around in the lake hiding, probably trying to heal since he had just fought another dino. Searching around the body, I didn't see him in the immediate area, so I decided to go down and check the caves. For those who don't play at Highland Lake often, there are several caves at the bottom that you can go and hide in. Over by the mud pit, there is one cave in particular that is very popular, and this is where I would go to hide if I needed to heal, especially if I was an outcast. And sure enough, there he was. This guy was probably so surprised that I found him that he didn't even try to fight. Running was his only chance since he had just fought another dino. But unfortunately for him, I was completely full on stamina, so there was no escape. He tried his very best to weave in and out and around the rocks, but it was broad daylight. There was no chance he could escape. And when you're chasing a dino like this, you have to make sure to watch your stamina consumption. If he sprints, you sprint. If he slows down, you slow down. The goal here is to match him stamina-wise until he has no more. Because if he runs out of stamina, then you were probably out of stamina. But if you were right on him, then there's nothing he can do. And in a last-ditch effort, he tried to make a run for it on land, but I was too close and secured my bounty. In addition to the Vigilante skin, you also get a 300 PP coin reward added to your account for killing another Outcast Deinosuchus. Moving on, a little bit later, I found these Stegos protecting a smaller one, so I decided to risk it. And boy, that was a poor first attempt. I was trying to dash in between them, but I got too close to the shore, and that guy got a really good hit on me. After that, they probably thought I wouldn't try it again. Well, that was a wrong assumption. Granted, they did almost kill me. I was probably one hit away from death. And after securing the kill, well, you know me, I had to gloat, because getting a Stego, especially right before he crosses that 4-ton threshold, is one of the best feelings in the game. Stegos are such a nuisance to dino life. They body block for other players and just try and ruin the good time you're having, you know? After spending a solid half hour healing back up, I noticed the same 2 Stegos had now taken in 2 small juvies, and one of them decided he'd lag behind to get some gastroliths, and well, that was a big mistake on his part. And his parents were out of range. I took my time getting back into the water just to annoy them. And the second juvie, well, you know, he wanted to follow the parent in and try and be a tough guy. And man, my friend almost got him. He just barely missed, took a little hit coming back in, but hey, we still got one of them. And you know I had to show off again and prove to these guys that this lake is not a safe spot to raise your young. They need to move on and find a different watering hole. Over at Herbie Corner, I expected this Maia to react a little quicker and try to run, so I erroneously led the grab and missed. Lucky for me, he couldn't run forward, so I was still able to get him with a nice lunge. Also, just a quick side note, I apologize for the stutters. If I don't reapply my settings every time I load the game up, I get these horrible stutters in Highland Lake for some reason. But back to the action, this Maia's friend forgot the most important rule when there is one dino. There's probably a second. He decided to try and swim out and entice me to let his friend go, not knowing I had a buddy that just got over here, making it a nice double kill on 2 full-grown Maias. As we were enjoying our bountiful feast, another Maia had the audacity to come and get a drink right next to us. But lucky for him, I think I was looking down too much, and the game spared his life, or else it would have been 3 dead Maias in the span of 5 minutes. And man, were the Maias out in force that night. I had a few more decide to stop and try their luck at getting a drink. And honestly, I felt a little bad for this guy. I messed this grab up in about every way you could, but it was just not his day. Had I been alone, this Maia definitely would have escaped, but fortunately for him, we were out in force that day, and we even had a third that came over to help. Everyone was itching for a kill. Thunderstorms are great because it gives Herbies a little extra confidence to come and drink, because the visibility is so low, they think they have better odds at not getting caught. And while that's probably true if there's only 1 or 2 dinos in the lake, myself and my partner ran into some other chill dinos, and we were all spread out at all the popular drinking spots. This spot over at Mud Pit is generally considered a very safe spot to drink, and is the bane of most dinos, but there is a trick to it. If you line up correctly, guessing which way they will turn out trying to escape your dash, you can often hit a lunge immediately following the dash and get them from behind. This works especially well with dibbles. And there's no mercy for babies either, especially trikes. Can't be out here letting them grow up into the juggernauts they turn into. Sorry, little potato. Also, for whatever reason, I see a lot of people lay down next to the lake like this, and they think they are safe. When I see this, all I see is a free meal. Most of the time, you can dash up and grab them with a lunge before they get out of the standing up animation, especially for some slower dinos like dibbles. I often get comments about overpacking in my videos, but on petites, there is a rule that allows dinos to hunt together. As long as you don't share food and lounge around together, you're alright to hunt anything that decides to come near the shore or drink. Here, we had another pair in the lake, and they were very chill. I took a big risk here coming up behind this guy and grabbing the dibble. He could have easily killed me. But instead, we got this dibble down together. It just goes to show that not all dinos that you run into have to be an enemy. In the last few weeks, I've ran into a lot of chill dinos in Highland Lake, and we've been able to share the lake because there's so much food to go around. And sometimes, sharing the lake turns into the most unexpected fun I have in this game. In this case, these guys showed me a hunting method that I honestly hadn't really considered to be viable, but they proved otherwise. Here, both of them were sitting in bushes near where dam used to be. This spot is a very common spot where things traverse from one side of the lake to the other, and I was able to get a good view of them in action getting this 10-0. It was really fun to watch, and it amazes me that even after 1,000 hours, I still learn new things about dino, and in this case, a very cool hunting strategy around one of my favorite spots. This Carno decided to stop for a quick drink, but due to the slope behind him, he almost got away. Luckily, you can get most of these annoying releases back with a quick follow-up lunge, and not lose your meal, which is the important part. Here, this dibble was hoping for some trike protection, but on petites, trikes and stegos aren't allowed to body block for him at the water. All the trikes could do was watch as this dibble was dragged down to the depths. But that doesn't stop everyone from doing it. And I think simply, a lot of people don't know that it's an actual rule for this server. And that's why it's so important to go join a Discord for any unofficial server that you want to play on. It can be the difference between getting banned or a slap on the wrist. But either way, this Stego was too late. Even if he had hit me, you can survive a few power swings as long as they only hit you in the tail. And another thing, don't sit and drink in one spot for a long time. I was able to swim over from the other side of the lake and get this Carno. Had he followed the 5-second, or heck, even the 10-second rule, he probably wouldn't have been grabbed. Thankfully, I did not die in any of these sessions, so the Vigilante Deinosuchus will be making a return in future videos for more carnage in Highland Lake. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button down below. See you guys next time, and happy hunting.